Imagine a fortress wall that took 60 years to build. It's designed to keep invaders out. It's perfect. It's impenetrable. And every single morning, you destroy it. We are in the middle of a hygiene crisis, and most of us don't even know we're the victims. In 1950, the average American bathed once a week. Today, we've convinced ourselves that daily scrubbing is the baseline for health. But for seniors, this cultural shift has triggered a silent epidemic. Dermatologists are seeing a spike in infections, eczema, and weakened immunity that correlates exactly with our obsession with being clean. It turns out your skin isn't just a wrapper. It's a living ecosystem. And when you hit age 60, the rules of that ecosystem change completely. Yet, you rarely hear this warning in the doctor's office. Why? Because fighting the multi-billion-dollar hygiene industry is a battle most experts are afraid to fight. There is a specific biological mechanism that protects you from illness. It lives on your skin right now. And if you took a hot shower this morning, you just washed it down the drain. This isn't just about dry skin, this is about your lifespan. So, how often should you actually be showering? And what is the 3-minute protocol that can reverse the damage? To understand the solution, we first have to look at the lie we've been sold for 70 years. Let's look at the data. This is the story of how modern hygiene is failing us. Welcome to the show. To understand why a daily shower becomes dangerous, we have to look at the architecture of your skin. Specifically, the outermost layer, the stratum corneum. Think of this layer as a brick wall. The cells are the bricks. But what holds them together is the mortar, a mixture of natural oils, ceramides, and fatty acids. This mortar is the only thing keeping hydration in and bacteria out. Here's the critical difference. When you are 20, your body produces this lipid mortar in abundance. You can scrub it away, and your body rebuilds the wall in hours. But after age 50, lipid production plummets. Your wall becomes thinner. The mortar becomes brittle. This is where the modern shower becomes a weapon. Most soaps are alkaline, with a pH of around 9 or 10. Your skin is naturally acidic, sitting at a pH of about 5.5, the famous acid mantle. When you scrub aging skin with a high pH soap, you aren't just cleaning off dirt. You are chemically dissolving the acid mantle. You are stripping away the limited mortar you have left. Imagine your skin is this piece of paper. Taking a hot shower with soap is like ripping a piece of tape off the paper. Do it once a week, the paper survives. Do it every single day. You tear through the structure. We call this clean. But biologically, it's trauma. This leads to xerosis, the medical term for abnormally dry skin. But the dryness isn't the real problem. The problem is that a broken wall lets things in. Without that lipid barrier, you are now permeable to allergens, irritants, and pathogens that a healthy barrier would have blocked instantly. You've essentially unlocked the front door to your fortress and left it wide open. And unfortunately, something is waiting to walk right in. We tend to think of our skin as a smooth, singular wrapper. We are wrong. Your skin is actually a dense, thriving jungle. This is the skin microbiome. Billions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses living in perfect balance. Most of these are what we call commensal bacteria. They aren't germs you need to kill. They are the guards you need to keep. Take Staphylococcus epidermidis. It lives on your skin right now. It produces its own antibiotics that actively hunt down and kill dangerous pathogens. This is your first line of immunity. Before a virus even reaches your white blood cells, your skin's good cops are already fighting it. But they have a weakness. They are incredibly fragile. When you step into a hot shower and scrub with soap, you are unleashing a catastrophe on this ecosystem. You aren't just washing away dirt. you are carpet bombing the city. You kill the good cops instantly. And unlike dirt, they don't just come back the moment you towel off. It can take days, sometimes weeks, for a senior's microbiome to fully recover from a harsh scrub. And in that window of silence, the bad guys, like Staphylococcus aureus, move into the empty real estate. This is why we see such high rates of unexplained rashes and infections in seniors who are meticulously clean. They haven't failed at hygiene. They have succeeded too well. They have sterilized themselves into sickness. So if the biology is this clear and the damage is this obvious, why hasn't your doctor told you to stop? That answer requires us to follow the money. It wasn't a doctor who told you to shower every day, it was a marketing executive. Before the 1920s, body odor wasn't a social crisis, it was just being human. But then companies like Lifebuoy and Listerine realized something powerful. Fear sells soap. They invented a problem, social ostracization, and sold you the cure. A daily chemical sterilization of your body. This marketing worked so well that it even tricked the medical community. Doctors are trained in sterility. In the operating room, clean means zero bacteria. But in the real world, zero bacteria is a disaster for a senior's immune system. And here is the uncomfortable truth doctors won't say. There's no profit in you taking fewer showers. But there is billions of dollars in profit in treating the eczema, dermatitis, and infections caused by your damaged skin barrier. But if I don't shower, I'll smell. Actually, that's a lie too. Sweat is completely odorless. It's just salt and water. The smell comes from bacteria eating your sweat, and ironically, by scrubbing daily, you kill the mild bacteria and leave the field open for the stronger, smellier bacteria to take over. Consider King Louis XIV. The Sun King of France took exactly 3 baths in his entire life. He didn't rely on soap, he relied on linen cloths and an ungodly amount of perfume. Now, I'm not saying you should be like Louis. Please, don't be like Louis. But there's a middle ground between the Sun King and sterile laboratory specimen. It's called the Strategic Hygiene Protocol. And for anyone over 60, this is the only way to shower without destroying your health. You don't need to stop being clean. You just need to stop being sterile. Here is the exact protocol dermatologists recommend for maintaining immunity without sacrificing hygiene. Rule number 1. The 2-day gap. Unless you are working in a coal mine or sweating profusely at the gym, you do not need a full shower every day. Aim for 2 to 3 times a week. Give your skin a 48-hour recovery window to rebuild that lipid barrier we talked about earlier. Rule number 2. Kill the steam. I know hot water feels good on stiff joints, but hot water acts like a solvent. It dissolves oils instantly. Switch to lukewarm. If the mirror is fogging up, the water is too hot for your skin barrier. Rule number 3. Focus fire. Soap is for the pits and bits. Underarms, groin, and feet. That's it. Your arms, legs, and back? Water is enough. They don't produce the odor-causing bacteria, so stop nuking them with chemicals they don't need. Rule number 4. The Sindet swap. Throw away the antibacterial soap. Throw away the heavily scented body wash. Look for a Sindet bar or a pH-balanced cleanser, around 5.5 pH. Brands like Dove, Unscented, CeraVe, or Cetaphil are designed to mimic your skin, not strip it. Let's see what this looks like in practice. The old way. You're in there for 15 minutes, scrubbing your shins with a loofah and hot water until you're squeaky clean. The new way. You're in and out in 3 minutes. Lukewarm water. Hands only. No abrasive scrubbing tools. Soap only where it counts. And the final step, the 3-minute window. Apply a moisturizer immediately after drying off, while your skin is still slightly damp. This locks in the water before it evaporates. Do this for 2 weeks, and you won't just feel the difference. You'll see it. The itching will stop, the redness will fade, and your body's natural invisible shield will finally come back online. But this leaves us with one final question. For the last 70 years, we have been fighting a war against the invisible world. We scrubbed, sterilized, and sanitized, believing that if we could just kill enough bacteria, we would be healthy. But the science is now undeniable. True cleanliness isn't about sterility, it's about balance. Your body has spent decades building a complex, living shield to protect you. It knows how to defend itself if you stop destroying it every morning. Aging changes us. Our skin gets thinner. Our defenses get quieter. But that doesn't mean we are broken. It just means we need to change our tactics. We need to move from attacking dirt to preserving defense. So, throw out the harsh soap. Turn down the heat, and give your microbiome the respect it deserves. You might just find that the secret to feeling young again is doing a little bit less. If you found this useful, you might want to check out the other videos in my channel. Thanks for watching.